Imagine you are out there with your family to enjoy your vacation. You took your family away to a very lonely place with a vocational or recreational vehicle. This vehicle has a generator, and this generator is very sound. At a point when you got there, you try to start the generator, and what you notice that the generator is no longer starting. What could you do? These are the 6 steps that you can take, or 6 things that you can do that will really help the generator, and you will know why the generator refused to start. Remember, this is a good generator, but at this point it is not working. So all you need to do is just a minor something. The first one you need to check is the fuel level. You need to check, does the fuel level okay? If the fuel tank is empty, you should know that the gen will not start. And if the fuel tank is empty, you need to refill it to ensure that it's free flow of fuel so that the generator can run very well. And what is number two? The fuel pump. The fuel pump help you help the gen to suck fuel from the tank to the fuel system. So if the fuel pump is bad, definitely the generator will not run. So you need to check the fuel pump to ensure that the fuel pump is distributing fuel. How can you do this? The fuel pump usually has two hoses, one in, one out. You can remove the outlet hole and on the ignition and see if the fuel pump is actually pumping out fuel. If it's pumping out fuel, then you should know that the fault is not from the fuel pump. But if it is not pumping out fuel, then you need to check the fuel pump very well and know why it's not supplying fuel. The fuel pump could be a mechanical one, that is manual, that is being pushed or controlled by the engine, in most cases by the camshaft. But sometimes it could be electrical, which is controlled by electric. Then you need to check which one is in that gen. Is it electrical or a mechanical fuel pump? And number three is dead battery. If you are having dead battery, the engine will not crank. Sometimes to you, it may look as if the engine is cranking, but because the battery is dead, it is not revolving the engine before combustion process could take place. So the cranking may not be sufficient. The crank is not sufficient, the engine will not start. So you need to ensure that you use a very light battery to crank the engine so that the engine can pick up and start running again. And what's number four is shutdown solenoid. If the solenoid or the shutdown solenoid is stuck, then the engine may refuse to start. If it is stuck in a uh, stop position, in a shutdown position, this engine will not start. You need to check the solenoid. The solenoid is attached to your injection pump. So check the solenoid very well. Ensure that the solenoid is perfectly working. If it is not working, then it will prevent the engine from not starting. This is what you can do. You can check the solenoid with your battery current. You are going to know if it's really actuating. If it's actuating, it means it's working. But if it's not actuating, that means if you know how to bypass the solenoid, you can bypass the solenoid for the time being. Then after the vocational, then you can reconnect the solenoid back. But you need to pay attention to the solenoid too, because the solenoid may prevent the injection pump from pumping fuel, which will prevent the engine from running. And what is number five is overload that causes the breaker to trip. If there is too much load, the breaker may trip, and when the breaker trip, it will off the engine. So you need to check the load in which you are putting the generator. If the load is becoming too much, it will cause the breaker to trip off. And when the breaker trip off, then the engine will stop running. So for you to check that, you can remove all the load from the generator, then start the generator, then start putting the load one after the other. By the time you are putting load one after the other, you will surely know which load is actually causing problem, or which component or appliance is really causing problem to the generator. That is the fifth one. The last I'm going to mention is sensors. There are so many sensors around the engine. For example, we have oil sensor, we have coolant sensor. So you need to check this sensor one after the other. For you to know which one is bad, you can be unplug it one after the other. For example, you can unplug the oil sensor or oil switch and start the engine. If the engine starts, then that is to tell you that the oil switch, and if the oil switch is passing alarm to you, then you need to check if there's sufficient oil in the crankcase. So you need to gauge the oil. Those are the 6 things that you can check if you are in a condition where your RV generator refuses to start. That is your recreational vehicle generator refuse to start. These six things can help you to fix the generator, and you and your family continue to enjoy your vacation. Cause like I'm enjoying you, don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.